Jalen Carter making him the highest paid defensive tackle on a 4-year, $152 million extension. The deal, he'll get $106 million fully guaranteed. So we're going to talk about it and break this down. This is a phenomenal move, in my opinion, by the Philadelphia Eagles and by the, GM GOAT of the NFL in Howie Roseman, just getting his guys locked down. They agreed to, an extension with Jordan Davis, their other star defensive tackle, also another Georgia Bulldog, getting him done. But Jalen Carter, it was a little interesting. I wasn't sure that, there was trade rumors surrounding Jalen Carter. Like, would they agree to an extension? They did pick up his 5th-year option, so this extension won't kick in for about another year or two, which is really good by Howie Roseman to get ahead of the curve and get this done. But Jalen Carter, now the highest paid defensive tackle, I love it for him. It's a guy, too, remember, at one point, this is a guy that was considered to be the #1 overall pick back, a few seasons ago, but obviously had, the off the field issues. We won't really go too much into that. But since all that stuff has cleared up, Jalen Carter has been one of the best defensive tackles in the National Football League. You can't block him one-on-one. He's a really solid run defender, but he's even better as a pass rusher. And he wasn't quite his best last year because he missed a lot of time. He missed 6 games, only played 11 games, missed 3 games due to a shoulder injury, had procedures, some cleanups on both of his shoulders. I think he had a knee or an ankle. I can't remember exactly what the injury was, but he didn't really have his best season. But when he's been on the field, when he's been healthy, he's already, and going on to his 4th season, he's a 2-time Pro Bowler and a Super Bowl champion and a 2-time national champion. So this dude, when he's on the field, this dude is unblockable one-on-one. And I want to put, a different perspective for Jalen Carter. This isn't me like being very critical, of Jalen Carter. This is me saying, all right, he's now the highest paid defensive tackle in the National Football League. I expect Jalen Carter to really take that next step. One, be fully healthy, avoid any shenanigans, obviously. And also keep in mind, too, remember, he probably would have had even better stats if he would have played the full game versus Dallas, where he got kicked out, ejected for spitting on Dak Prescott. Though I was watching, when with 1010XL earlier today, and where reportedly Dak Prescott spit first, but we'll get into all that later. The point of the matter is, look, I think Jalen Carter is one of, again, the best defensive tackles. According to NFL Live earlier today, I heard that he was ranked the 3rd best defensive tackle in the National Football League, and that's suiting, right? But for me, I want Jalen Carter now to, all right, he's the highest paid defensive tackle, now be the best defensive tackle, because I think he has all the talent. He has all the tools. Like this, again, you can't block him one-on-one, but it's time for him to really take that next step and be the undisputed defensive tackle 1 in the National Football League. What I'm basically saying is this. Look, we've seen Chris Jones, at the peak of his powers, and still is one of the best defensive tackles in the league. Like Chris Jones, we've seen, Aaron Donald, like another former Georgia great that was one of the best, like Geno Atkins as well. Like,